A victory for the men in white. That's Uruguay in the Challenger Series to qualify for next year's core status on the HSBC World Series. They beat this Hong Kong side 19 points to 5. But for the Hong Kong team there in blue, they will have some good memories of Rugby World Cup of Sevens. Notably in 2018 in San Francisco, they beat, in this similar fixture, they beat Uruguay 31 points to 5. I'm Gareth Rees, delighted you're joining us here with former England captain Rob Vickerman. And Rob, two teams you've seen a lot of in the Com Games and in the Challenger Series.
Yeah, very much two teams who are teetering underneath the top title names on the series, but two very much wanting to contest on the bigger stage, and both of them very close. Uruguay in particular going to be stepping up to the series next year, and they're looking to want to continue that form that they have.
High kick goes to the right for the Uruguayans. Possession, hands of Hugo Stiles. And they've got their hands on it. Good work over the ball. And I think that's Amaya, and he's won the penalty.
This Uruguayan team really heavily reliant on big players across their ranks. The Echeverry brothers are always going to do something impressive. Ardao, number 6 as well. He's someone to keep an eye on.
Let's go.
The playmaker in the middle, and with that core unit they've got, we're going to see a lot of them the next year. They can build foundations around them.
Uruguay looking to build the attack, as we said, full of confidence. Having cleaned up in the Challenger Series and slicing right through. It is Amaya. First try on the board for Uruguay.
And they'll be talking about wanting to continue this amazing roller coaster of emotion that they're on at the moment. And they've done so within a minute of this first game. They'll know Hong Kong well from the games they've played previously. And that is perfectly executed. Set piece play, a hold line in the middle, spacing behind on the underline. And then Masha getting his 5.
Here in Cape Town Stadium, having a little dive and a little slide. It's a bit wet as the surface is being prepared. Of course, home of the 2010 Soccer World Cup. Federer and Nadal played here, an incredible event too, Rob Vickerman. Just 50,000, a world record for a tennis match played here right on this site.
We get a few tennis references into this game then, Reece. How about that? What a start that was. An ace start.
Outstanding. See the return of serve here from Hong Kong. Sloppy pass, but it's gathered.
Jekyll.
So still Hong Kong possession, just on their 22 there. Down 5 right now. The offload keeps the attack alive. A very methodical Hong Kong attack. Head coach Paul John, been with the program for 6 years. Of course, a World Cup winner himself as the coach of Wales in 2009. A huge upset in Dubai. One of the big stories of Sevens Rugby World Cup over the years, and Wales just came out of nowhere. A very proud moment for them. Paul John has not found the same success with this Hong Kong team, although they are the first Asian team to play at every event since 1993.
And that has built a lot of pressure internally. The nearly men of Sevens, they want to try to get it done here in this game and finally get a bit of possession.
Well, lifted up unceremoniously from Vinals, but they get the ball back. Both these teams, Uruguay the 18th seed and Hong Kong 15th. So this is a match that they've targeted. Obviously, it's win or you're out of the playing for the Melrose Cup, for the World Cup. So these sides know they have to win this so they can advance. They will get Australia if they can get a victory in this match here.
Over.
The group of 16 qualifier. Relentless possession from Hong Kong. We're not a great deal to show for it at the moment. Uruguay very disciplined.
It's commendable defense as well. Uruguay looking to really target the ball, keep Hong Kong in the air, and at the moment it's proving real fruition.
Well, the fans may not be happy, but the Uruguayans are, because they've turned defense into attack, caught the Hong Kong team napping, and they're going to get their second try.
And that's certainly something they want to focus on, this Uruguayan team. The downside of being this abrasive is just the amount of energy it can take. Every single tackle is contested, and every single breakdown is relentlessly pursued. And these guys will be digging deep in the reserves of energy. Still early morning here in Cape Town, but that's a cracking build on play from Uruguay.
Yeah, Amaya for a second, really showing confidence. In the end, gets a nice slow-mo run in. But just what the doctor ordered here in the first half of this qualifier.
These two teams specifically will be analysing styles of play. Lovely conversion through the posts to give that nice little buffer for Uruguay. Consummate start to this game, like how they've gone and executed their plan perfectly, but the foundations of it all has come through their defence. Uruguay with very little ball, but 2 tries to score from.
Liechtenstein adds the extra 2 for the conversion. The 31-year-old played in San Francisco.
Double knock.
AT&T Park. Home of the Giants there. Great scenes there with New Zealand winning both the men's and women's competition. New Zealand have yet to take the field.
Styles, that is out there. Look at that.
Scratch.
Hugo Styles, it's good to see him back. Had an
Bind.
injured ACL 12 months ago.
Sit. Both falling on.
Yeah, he'll be a player they want to try and get the ball to. Styles did very well when he was playing Premiership Sevens in the UK. University graduate.
Bind.
But now he's going to have to do a bit of
Sit.
defending.
Quick ball, flicked out the back. Dummy runner doesn't get it, but he gets a kick to chase. Can he get another bounce for the hat trick? Yes, he may. Oh, I preempted it. Nobody's been able to get their hands on it, and the referee has said
knock on white.
It's gone forward from Uruguay.
Keep them guessing. Who knew was going to happen here? It was up, down, missed, and then eventually knocked on. Inches.
Do you think at that moment he said, I'm about to score a hat trick in my first 6 minutes in a Rugby World Cup.
Let's go again. Crouch.
Of course, heady days for the Uruguayan
Bind.
Rugby Football Union. Los Teros
Sit.
qualified for the men's 15s. As we said off the top, they will be core status on the HSBC, and they've stolen ahead here. 5 meters from the line, the short ball, and no one will stop Vinals.
Wow, that is incredible. Not only scoring underneath the sticks, but to do so wearing a mask, protecting his nose.
Matteo Vinals, the 23-year-old, reacted really quickly to the stolen head. So rare in sevens, Rob.
The Phantom sneaks in. Lovely line. We've seen a couple already, just straight through the middle. Brilliant line to take as a runner. You know you've got to back yourself to hit that short line because you can get belted. But he rode the collision. Luckily dodged his nose being whacked. And off he goes. How about that?
Got to credit his scrum there for winning back the ball. So we will have the restart for the second half. Vinals. There's all sorts of things you can do if you've got young people playing the game. There's goggles now. You'll see William Baka on the Kenyan team. Prescription goggles. I know my son's giving those a go. That kick's going to roll into touch, so that should do it for the first half here.
Line out.
No, the referee's going to let us have a line out here. So a little track of time, but Hong Kong won't mind.
Half
They'll
time
be
before
happy.
the line out. Okay, sorry.
There we go. We're going to have the end there.
Half time.
Echeverri.
The hooter was gone before.
Fantastic start from Uruguay. 3 tries. They're leading this one 19 points to 0 over Hong Kong. Gives us a chance to go pitch side, get a little reaction from the Welsh from the previous match.
You called it?
Luke Johan, congratulations on that win. It was a good first half, but Korea came back in that game.
100%, we knew they would. The footage that we've been watching of them from the Asia series, they just never give up. We knew they were going to start quickly, so we just wanted to try and get the first couple of punches in, which we managed to do. And then I think it was probably just slightly too much for them to come back into it. But we knew that was going to be a close game, and they lived up to it.
Fiji up next. Might not be what the doctor ordered, right?
To be fair, we always enjoy playing Fiji. We can't avoid them when we come to like World Cups, Commonwealth, things like that. So we're really excited now. Try and rest up for the next couple of hours and fly into them. Great challenge.
I know you've got to find a word for a friend of yours.
Yeah, so Ethan Davis, former halfback for us, just been diagnosed with T-cell lymphoma. They're looking to try and get as many people to sign up to see whether they can be a donor for him. If you just go to dkms.org, they send you a swab kit, do the swab, send it off. And it's not just Ethan, you could help. There's plenty of people living with this. So they're just looking for as many donors as possible.
Thank you for that. All the best for later, my friend.
Cheers, thanks so much.
Wow, fantastic. Thinking beyond what's going on the pitch here. DKMS.org. See if you can help out Ethan James in that campaign. Fiji, of course, one of the next opponent for Wales, one of the 4 teams that have lifted the Melrose Cup. That is the cup awarded for the men's competition. Of course, England, New Zealand, and Wales, the other nations to win.
1, 2, 3, hold on!
Good to go.
Here we go, second half here of the round of 16 qualifier match.
Are you on?
It's Uruguay in the white jerseys leading this one over Hong Kong. But Hong Kong finally have a bit of possession. Good ambitious run there. Look at those white jerseys taking the space away in midfield. Forcing the Hong Kong team. Denmark, he is the danger one. You've got to think, Rob Bickerman, if Hong Kong's going to get back into this, Denmark needs to do something soon.
It does, but look at the line speed. That's what's really setting aside this Uruguayan team. They're taking the space, they're getting in the face, but like I said, it's the energy cost that can really count. So if Hong Kong keep the ball, they'll find the gaps.
There's an offload and momentarily overlapped. Can they capitalize on it? But again, great work from the Uruguayan players, los Teros. And they've won the penalty. Well, that was the formula in the first half, and it's working here at the start of the second.
And it's an example of how accurate these teams have to be at the breakdown. If you're not on your feet contesting over the ball, you're going to get penalised. It looks really strange to perhaps less nuanced viewer of sevens because there's nobody in front of them. But unless you're maintaining your feet, you're going to get penalised. And that is a commendable effort. Uruguayans, to a man, were hands on knees there looking exhausted, but that is a massive tick in the box for their defence.
Philippe Etcheverry kicks to touch, and he is one of the talismans, you said, along with his much younger brother who's 20. They run the show here with the captain, Diego Ordao.
Yeah, same household, very different diets.
Famous victory for them in the Challenge Cup down in Santiago last month.
Incredible scenes, and that's what they want to build on. They've got more momentum than you can imagine. Imagine the conversations. We are on the World Series, and let's kick on that with this presence here at the Rugby World Cup of Sevens in Cape Town.
Tackler, away.
Tackle not rolling away there. After a tackle is completed, they need to get out of the way so we can speed that ball up, getting it out.
Just a bit of time taken off it. Said about the energy cost of Uruguay. They're going to make sure these moments are very slow. They've got the 19-point lead. They'll know situationally that they have to see out the rest of this half.
Stand back on.
The time will be their friend if they just control the whistle.
Well, with the format here, we've talked about it already this morning. There's no pool stages. You don't need to rack up points. You don't need to keep your eye on other matches. This is win, and you continue to fight for that Melrose Cup.
Yeah,
and at this point, the conversations and mindset will be a case of now not trying to lose the game. They've already got to the stage where potentially they've won it. So you can reduce that risk, perhaps not chance those offloads, slow the game down a bit. It might not be quintessentially sevens, but this is a ruthless format.
We will have the winner of this one. Australia is their next opponent, current series victors down in Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations to them. This Uruguayan side will have the advantage of playing this game. Good tackle there. Pouncing on it is Webb. Again, Hong Kong accepting a lot of contact here, and it seems to be playing into the Uruguayans' hands. There's a hole right through the middle. A show and goal from Kam Shing. Vastly experienced. Quick tap ahead of the mark, but play on to our referee. In space.
Knock on.
Coverdale. It's been knocked on, so your guys are going to look to use this advantage. There they go. Wide. To your point, Rob, they're just managing the clock at the moment. And there's a little lucky bounce.
Now, Hong Kong need to be sprinting to get the ball. Time, conversely, is not looking good for them. Still 3.5 minutes, which is a long old time in the game of sevens. But they do need to get over the line, get that conversion done, and get back to a restart pretty sharp.
You don't chat to me again that way. Let's go.
Yeah, a little frustration coming through there.
Number 7 and 10, sub. Wait,
So
he's gonna
Denmark
sub.
right behind the scrum.
7.
He's the danger man. He's
Number
got
7.
feet, he's got size, he's got the pace.
And number 8.
Uruguay will continue to try and close that space down with committed defence, as we've already seen in this game.
All right, he's off.
They had a hat trick
go.
against Zimbabwe in the challenge. 6
Crouch.
in total in the challenge competition. His team
Bind.
desperately needs one now. Down 3 scores.
Sit. Hold.
Hong Kong in the dark blue jerseys playing from right to left. Great shot from the spider cam. Denmark's got his hands on it. He keeps it. He's brought down at the ankles. Now it's quick ball. Again, having a little look in the middle is Breen. Oh, that one doesn't go to hand. That kind of sums up the Hong Kong attack.
Totally, absolutely. Little spark missing, that little bit of creativity that they sometimes have. Yu Kam Shing looking on, he'll be frustrated.
Time off. Let's
But
take
it's
the
an
line out.
inaccurate pass
Let's
in the
go,
latter
White.
stage of this game.
Let's go.
And that was their window, that
Time
phase
is
of
still
play.
off.
You thought Denmark was
Take
going to
the line
go
out.
through, but what a shot tackle it was. Brazonis, I think he sacrificed his arm because he can't move it.
Push
Number
back,
11
push back, push back.
is on the far
Push back.
side of the pitch, really not in good shape.
Time back on.
Well, indeed, South American rugby is flying high. The Chileans also here at the Rugby World Cup of Sevens, but have qualified for the 15s World Cup, as have Uruguay.
Let's go
And many of these
sideways.
players double up.
One
They
side.
come back to the
Options
Sevens
from the
program
lineup.
to compete in the World Series here. Sorry, the World Cup here in Cape Town.
They wouldn't know it though with that bad line out, Reece. That won't be keeping their forwards happy. Echeverry, the giant amongst this pack. You'd think he would be
Crouch.
champion in their line out skills.
Fine.
But here we go again. Hong Kong
Wait for
with
me, wait.
one more chance. Sweeping
Sit.
play coming up.
Hold.
Denmark
Wait,
eyeing
first.
up a
Wait,
short
right.
line.
Wait.
But it needs to be quick.
Here it goes. Less than 2 minutes to play. Again, they're coming back to where the defenders are. Well, this time there's a bit of movement off the ball. Webb
Backwards.
creates something, but it doesn't go to hand. Referee said play on. Some reprieve
Hold
for
on.
Hong Kong, but when the ruck is turned over, it's Los Teros off and running. Great tackle.
Lost it, White.
Knock on.
Well, this game's turned very Irish-strewn. Talk about how much it means to both of these teams to be competing on another world-class event. The knee in the face
Let's go.
will be repelled by adrenaline.
Crouch.
And this game has come to a
Bind.
very slow canter.
Sit. Early bind.
Penalty there, early bind at the scrum. This is really just for pride now as we're into the final minute. Hong Kong, the only team to host the Rugby World Cup of Sevens twice. Not getting the result they had planned, although they're 5 minutes from the line, threatening away. Doherty is held
Oh,
up.
wait, quicker,
They've
Hugh.
won the penalty.
Here.
30 seconds to play. Doherty backs himself. He gets that left arm free. A hint of a
Wait.
bobble, but I think he's got it down. And it's actually
more.
Webb.
Try, no, try, please.
Well, Webb's pretty confident he scored it. He's trying to get the ball to go back and convert it. Let's see what we have got to view. Rides that first collision. Slight shoulder tackle anyway, so he should get the penalty. No problem with that whatsoever. Absolutely fine. Now, Hong Kong might not have been coming to Cape Town with visions of winning the World Cup necessarily, but certainly performance that they will be reflecting on, and slightly disappointed with. Conversely, Uruguay continue this momentum they have in the game of sevens.
Nicely struck ball there. That won't be the last act, but some reprieve, a little bit of pride. They will continue to play in the rankings after this. The short kick doesn't go to hand. Now Uruguay, 3 of them chasing it off the knee. That's good enough. Can he get it to pop up? It's just short of the line. Good pickup. I don't know if he held on.
All right. Hey. Time's off.
We're going to have
Come
a look,
down.
I think, at the TMO.
Oi.
A little bit of niggle after the ball.
Let's go, guys.
Well, brilliant
Jim
pace,
Hall.
wasn't it, in the backfield?
Try, no, try, please.
Brazonis,
Stand by, Tex.
incredible effort to make a tackle on Denmark, and I think that impact to his arm has meant he couldn't quite secure that ball as he would wish.
Tex, have a decision for you. Tex,
Yeah.
ball is lost, forward, no try.
Ball lost forward.
Great to hear the familiar
No
voice
try.
of our
Ball
local
forward.
refereeing hero, making that one simple, as indeed did Uruguay. They were dominant throughout, and they beat Hong Kong 19 points to 7. So the next team's ready, lined up in the tunnel.